Oh, sorry, I didn't realize we were recording. Got caught up in scrolling and kind of missed the cue. But have you ever been there? Have you ever been scrolling on your phone and you missed something? Maybe it was pretending to listen to a friend or a spouse or your kid. Maybe it was on the playground with the parents all around you doing the same thing, and you missed what was happening when your kid got into that argument and started biting the other kid. But now you jump into action, but you're frustrated and angry and like a little bit embarrassed, but then you try to respond and you're just like, I didn't really see it, so I don't know how to respond. Or maybe you're trying to respond to a friend or a spouse or a kid, but your response that you give doesn't match the question they asked because you were only half paying attention. Social media is an amazing tool. There are some incredible uses for it. But the same amazing tool has a dark side. One that, if you've seen The Social Dilemma or spent any amount of time on social media, you know is basically intentional as a business decision from these companies that get paid for how frequently you open an app and how long you scroll and how drawn your eyes are to their app. So we must be cautious. As parents, as those who seek to be not just the primary disciplers of our kids, but the primary influencers of our kids, we must be careful about what we are filling our eyes and minds and hearts with. And that's what's going to spill up and over and out of us as we parent. Screens and social media are here to stay, but we must become good stewards of them or else they will rule and run our lives. These things are meant to be a tool, something that assists us in our lives, not something to be put in the driver's seat of our attention and our time. Reflect first on your own social media usage. Check the screen time app on your smartphone. How long have you spent on there? Are you content with that number? What are you potentially missing out on because of your own social media consumption, whether it's Facebook or Snapchat or TikTok or Instagram or Pinterest or the Target app or the Walmart app? Like, it's not all social media, but these apps are all similar. They draw you in. Now, do you want the kid under your influence to spend that same amount of time on the same app looking at the same stuff? Your answer determines your next steps. Social media is a huge draw. There are quite a few upsides to it, but there are quite a few downsides as well. We must be careful in how we are being discipled so that we can disciple the kids in our care well. In teenager world, some recent stats from the Pew Research Center says that 95% of teens use YouTube, and 19% of them use it almost constantly. 67% use TikTok, 62% on Instagram, and 59% on Snapchat. 46% say they use the internet almost constantly, and 36% say they spend too much time on social media. That's just a few of the jarring statistics. Chris Martin, writing an article for the Gospel Coalition, wrote, attempting to disciple a teenager in the age of the internet can feel like trying to put out a raging house fire with a pocket-sized squirt gun. But by God's grace, we get to rely on living water and wells of grace that never run dry. It can certainly feel overwhelming, but as we become more aware of these things, we are better able to speak into them. Our lives are not meant to be consumed with media, but with Jesus Christ. May we make that the priority of our lives, to love and serve and follow Him as He continually transforms us and grows in us the fruit of the Spirit as we submit our lives and our habits, online and offline, to Him.
Thank you, Ben, for that message. Thanks for joining us for this week's episode of Fridays Are for Families. We place a high value on discipleship, especially in the home, because we believe that strong disciples are made at home. That is why we have a heart to do what we can to empower and equip you to grow as a disciple of Jesus yourself and a disciple maker of your kid. If you have specific questions for information you would like to hear about, we invite you to share them with us, either commenting on this video or on YouTube or Facebook, or by emailing us at family@lifeapathway.com. See you next week.